Hello, I'm Blagelic on be presenting on the Cicle 5 Batch 6 Guided School on the Guided School Business Games. First of all, I want to say thank you to all Cicle 5 members, of whose names are below and their emails. As I said, my name is Blagelic and I'm presenting this. Me having my name there as a speaker, mentor, and motor. Task 1. You have received all the information needed in order to become managers, leaders in Guiders, or let me say Global Community. Now you have the important task to enter into a new country and develop Global there. This new country will be the Thailand. As a starting resource, we have internet, a team, knowledge received in the school, and also we have $50,000. Within an hour, you have to develop a plan of action for a week, which was what we did. Task 1. Actually, we divided ourselves. We gave each other tasks. That's Deso Boy, who was the team leader. Blagelic was in charge of transport, and Isaac Banfo, who was in charge of accommodation. So first of all, we looked at Thailand in brief. We looked at the population of Thailand, which was about 68 million. And Thailand is a country on Southeast Asia, Indo-China Peninsula, known for tropical beaches, opulent royal palaces, ancient ruins, and on it, its capital is Bangkok, please. Their currency they spend is the Thai baht, and their language is Thai. That's their official language. Thai in brief, that's a continuation. Our objective was to plant and establish the ideology of Global in Thailand. And our target was to bring in 10,000 members with an expected $3 million provide help into community in 1 week. Yes, so that was our target. Task 1, pre-traveling arrangements. That's before we traveled. The arrangements we made. We actually psych each other to have a positive mind towards the task at hand, as we are moving to a foreign land, which some of us do not even know, have never been and never don't even know anything about. So actually, another thing was we got a Type 5 visa, which gives license to work, that's conduct business and also do promotional marketing and flight arrangements for 27 people. Hence, will be a very good visa for the whole team. We will also make backup arrangements for the trip in order not to cause any lapses in the schedule arrangements. Yes, a tour bus was another thing we considered. This will make moving around together as a team easy and speaks meaning to the people of Thailand, as we will have branded, we will have posters and things actually tagged to the bus. So as we move, people can read what they see. Interpretation facilities. Seminars will be conducted in English and interpreted to the people for a better message delivery. That means we can assume that everybody can speak English. So we'll get interpreters who will actually convey our message properly from English to the language that will be easy and simple for the indigenous, or let me say the people around or the people there to understand. And massive online promotions in every forum, social media, etc. We are talking about Facebook, WhatsApp, creating groups and things like that. So we're actually taking the online promotion to a whole different level. This is just to prepare the residents of each city about our coming. So before we get there, they actually know that we are coming. This is the proposed budget, our proposed budget. You can see accommodation and feeding for team. For the duration of stay, we budgeted for $5,000. The standard hall booking for seminars, where we'll be having our seminars, sound system, visual display. Actually, we are having all the gadgets that will help us. We budgeted that for 1,600 cedis. Promotional plans, which includes online and offline advertisement, printing of flyers and banners, things that will actually make the conveying the awareness to the people very easy. So that one was $5,000. And transportation booking, the team will have a tour bus as we talked about in the previous slide, and that's for 7 days. So we book that one for 2,100. Booking of tour guide, someone security, we need security, which is very important. The tour guide, someone showing us the places, the no-go areas and all things like that. And that one, we did that one for $7,000, because security is everything. If you are not secure, then you are just joking. Materials needed by team to register interested persons. Okay, down to visa and tickets we talked about. So our total will actually be $35,200. So that's it. Okay. First week schedule. We have our schedule here. Team arrives in Bangkok. We actually have to survey the town, locate and commence offline promotions in strategic places. We'll also increase our online promotion activities on Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms. The team, again, that's on our second day, will set out for massive campaign, creating awareness both online and offline. Yes, we'll be meeting with the people one-on-one in groups, just to make them just to increase our awareness pool. The team, that's day 3, the team will conduct seminars in the first town, that's Bangkok, which is the biggest town in, or let me say, the biggest city in Thailand. And after the seminar, registration, donation, definitely after you convey them, some people are ready to definitely register and maybe later provide help. The team conducts seminars, that's the day 4, seminars in the second town, Hat Yai, and after the seminar, registration and donation takes place. So it goes on that way until day 7. The team conducts seminars in the 4th town, Surat Thani, and after the seminar, registration and donation as usual will go on, and the team will come together and evaluate their process during the week. That's, we actually sit down, we get maybe get a progress report on as to whether we are moving forward, we are moving back, things like that. Okay. The program of each seminar day for the first week of arrival: welcome address, brief introduction about MMM. We play downloaded videos. It could be videos on MMM's ideology, people's testimonies, things to actually convince the people that we are bringing a good mind to them and they need to actually bite onto it. We also, MMM ideology videos some of them will include how to register, how to provide help, how to get help, how to write letter of happiness, registration, referral, leader bonuses, etc. Summary, questions and answers. Definitely the people might have questions, so we create time for them to ask questions and answers. And definitely the people cannot come and just sit down and at the end of it all go. Definitely we have to provide them refreshments that will ginger them to bring other people next time, and also ginger them to be fulfilled, let me say, nutritionally. Registration and donations. Okay, program estimated time within 2 hours you should finish the program, so as not to make anybody bored, because the more we talk, the more they become bored. So short messages, so 2 hours won't make our guests bored at all. Team pack, after the whole thing, we pack up and close for the day to make preparation to move into the next city, where we are going to continue sharing the awareness and the gospel of MMM. Task 2: a week has passed. You are foreman. The average contribution of a participant to the structure is around $300. Under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participant payment, starting with the first contribution. Your task is to calculate how many new, so that's the question, you actually get it, I was given to us. Task 2: after a successful first week of seminar awareness and campaign, the team has registered $10,000 new participants in the whole of Thailand. Following this, we must ensure to register more participants in the coming 3 weeks, so as to have all earlier participants from the first week paid. After analyzing the total number of new participants and total amount of PH will be needing in 3 weeks to guarantee the payment. First participant as stated below. Let me take that again. After analyzing the total number of new participants and total amount of PH, we'll be needing in 3 weeks to guarantee the payment of first participants as stated below. So we also drew something, that's the activity and the amount involved. Amount spent for the first week, that was the total in the previous table, 35,200, and the balance out of our 50,000 they gave us will be 40,800. So new members registered in the first week, we had 10,000 people. Total average amount, that's PH for the first time, that would be the $300. If the average person pays $300 times the 10,000, that would be $3 million. So to pay 30% of the average contribution by the first week, participants will be 30% of this will be $900,000. So that means we need an addition of $900,000 to the $3 million to be able to pay those who have already provided help. So it goes down. This is the calculation. Total amount of GH. So there's it. Note the following rule of how MMM works: since the total amount of PH must be plus or equal to the total amount of GH, we need the total of plus or equal to 13,000 new participants to pay first week participants with an average. So the first week participants, those who register, the second week people will pay the first week. So it goes on. It's a cycle. That's the continuation. I think we've done that. Okay, let's go on. To achieve the above, we will do the following using part of our 14,800 from the previous budget. We shall continue or add increase to our offline promotion, which includes sharing of flyers, individual approaches of each promotes MMM to them by printing more flyers. Yes, we'll be sharing the flyers. That one it will be 1,500 since we have 14,800. So we budgeted for that. We shall also continue to increase our online promotions, which include social networks promotion, Access Thailand, ads, websites across Thailand, using Facebook ads and Google adverts, awards and things like that. Okay, sorry. We would work actively with participants who have registered and provided help to bring in more participants. Word of mouth proof, actually, because what I know is that people actually doubt new things. So if you doubt development, it means you have doubt. So definitely, if you want to kill your doubt, you must feed your faith. So that's basically what we do by the awareness. Okay, we'll make arrangements for a general seminar in a central location which people from neighboring and other cities can access, and also invite prominent people and religious heads, as they will encourage more people to attend. Other expenses and refreshments for seminars. The previous one was $1,000 and this one this. So after adding everything, we have 12,150, which we are subtracting from 14,800. So what will be left is what we are continuing with. A month has passed again. You are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of we are reaching the same plan on the basis of results of previous calculations, taking into account the dynamic of growth, the number of new participants, and contribution for the next 4 weeks. Task 3. Growth analysis for the second month. We drew a growth analysis. The previous average amount contributed by members from list from first week, that's 10,000 participants, we had $3 million. 3 weeks later, we had additional 13,000 we added to this, which we showed in the previous slide. Average amount contributed by 23,000 participants for the first month was $6,900,000. Average amount provided, or let me say GH by first week, was 390 times 10,000 US dollars, which is $3,900. $3.9 million US dollars. That's 3,900,000 US dollars. Okay, average amount, we talked about this, which is the same calculation we showed. It's a growth rate for contribution, assuming each new participant contributes as average of 300. We have this 300 times 17,336, which is 5,200,800 dollars, which we are going to add to the 3,000 or 3,500,000 US dollars, which are PH from first week participants, which is going to be equal to 8,700,800 dollars. This sum is enough to pay the average GH of the 13,000 participants who registered in 3 weeks, and will have a balance of $3,630,800 as average pending outstanding PH at the end of the second month. So now we achieve the above. To achieve the above, we will do the following using part of our 12,000. So this is you see what we are going to use it for. So we shall continue to add increase too. So we'll actually be doing the same things we are doing. In fact, we'll just this time the money is less, so we'll manage and do the same things we were doing in the previous tables we showed. Okay. Task 4. After 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposit that you have calculated. Now you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month. A week after the start of the month, there is a local holiday in Thailand, which is celebrated during the week, respectively. In this period, the active registration falls from 75%, makes a plan of action, which is going to be a problem. So, task 4. We can calculate our next month. That's following the consistent growth rate of 4,334 persons per week. In the next month, we will have 4,334 times 4, which is a month every week. 17,336 participants in the next 1 month. If each new participant PH average of $300, we have $300 times 17,334, which is equal to $5,200,000, $200,000 and $200,200. If after a week there is 75% drop in registration, which is going to be a problem, it means 75% is 75 over 100, which is more or less 0.75 times 4,334, which is equal to 1,084. If we lose 3,250 new registrants, we have only 1,084 participants in the new week. Following the 75% decrease in registration, there will be there will consequently be 75% decrease in average contribution. Therefore, we'll have $300 times this. So that means the decrease in the new participants will also decrease. Is directly proportional to the average amount of money they also put. Average amount available for withdrawal will be 325,200 plus 3,630,800 dollars. That's the balance from the second month outstanding PH. So 3,956,000 US dollars. This sum does not cover the average amount of GH from the 17,336 participants who joined in the second month. Therefore, in the 13,000 participants of the last 3 weeks of the month PH, the average sum of the 300 each. So 300 by 13,000 will be equal to 3,900,000. When added in the outstanding PH, we have $7,856,000. This covers the average GH of the second month participant, which is $6,760,000, thereby having a balance of $1,096,000 US dollars. Refer scheme to stabilize the system. Preferred scheme to stabilizing the system for 1 month with a 75% drop in it. So since this is a festive period, or let me say festive period, and considering the culture of the Thai people, it gives us the opportunity to reach more people with the MMM ideology. Hence, we would encourage the service of local musicians, cultural troops, indigenous talents, etc. in a strategy called Festival Promo to promote MMM at all major festival contents. So this is what we'll do. to draw more people. Considering the rush and problems associated with making money transactions during the festive season, participants' agent need for money might arise, thereby increasing the number of participants using GH, thus option than the PA. Therefore, to stabilize the system, we consider the following scheme also. Using the existing revenue, the outstanding PHs of participants which are yet to be paid by pairing them accordingly to the GH of participant requested help, and speeding up the new PH pairing with outstanding GH requests. With our weekly registration growth dropping by 75%, there will be need to make quick use of the PH of 25% participant growth for the week to make the outstanding GH throughout. Though we believe our festival promo strategy will push up number of PHs to counter the drop. If outstanding help requests still exist, a temporary delay will be made by the system for about 24 to 48 hours before parent participant GH. This delay is necessary to accommodate and manage the shortage in participants provide help. Automatic time extension in terms of time to finish period when participants are merged for payment. This extension is necessary in order to enable the participant to have access to banking services, since banks won't be in operation during the holiday. The automatic time extension might be fixed in 120 hours to give participants more opportunity for payment. So that's why we don't plan. Say your plan didn't work out. You do not have enough. So basically, they are saying what we didn't work out. Okay. So we drew another table. We call that we have a total participant of about this, which we talked about. So this is the table. You can see the table. Okay. Because of time, so this is the budget we drew. Okay. So plan of action by the team to get out a pause mode. Explain the reason and the meaning of pause mode. First, we have to explain to them. Team will organize a seminar mainly for existing participants and explain to them the pause mode, what the pause mode is all about, the reason why there is a pause mode now, and how it balances the system and move from pause mode to Marvel flow again. Team educate more on ideology and rules of MMM. Team will ask participants about what they think MMM is all about. From response, we can understand them and then put more effort in educating them about MMM ideology and why they should not give up on the system yet. We will after the lecture ask questions to see if the message has been passed well and fully understood by participants. Then we'll remind them about the rules that guide MMM. Plan of action by the team to get our pause mode. That's the continuation. Educating new participants. Actually, we explain to them properly so that they will not panic. They will not they do not be thinking that maybe their money is gone or something. So after taking time to educate the existing participants, I encourage them to bring new referrals so we can educate them too. So actually, we are broadening the awareness pool. We are broadening the participants pool. So basically, train indigenous guiders. Actually, we'll train the guiders, or let me say the people we get there who are actually among MMM, so that they shall be able to bring more people, educate them properly, not share wrong information, but properly deliver the information. So team will embark on training indigenous guides, participants that have shown understanding and good qualities of a leader, because we need hands to educate more people and guide us. So basically that's what I said. Team budget to get our pause mode. So the pause mode to withdraw a budget. Recall we have a balance of this. Securing so this is the budget we drew. Like refreshment for attendees, team trains, indigenous guides, we pay $1,000. Online and offline, that one is the very important. So you study that among all the budget, it's there. Okay. So the total money we spent, as you can see, is there. Total. Okay. Team budget to get our pause mode, to get out of pause mode. Recall we have a balance of this. I think we talked about this already. Task 7. Your efforts have been insufficient to reverse the situation. A restart took place. All the old marvels are removed. We start to work from the beginning. So that means we are starting again. Serious negative impact of the members and unfavorable responses. 1 or 2 negative articles in the mass media, and you have to make a fresh start in such conditions. A plan of action under specified conditions for a month. So this was our solution. First of all, we'll take a critical look at the possible cause of the restart. That's the cause of restart, as we learned from the guidance crew, include the panic, greed of older participants, that's leaving marvels to keep adding unnecessarily, poor referral, hit and run participants, those who just want to win today and they just take their money and go, and they forget about the system, forgetting that the system needs to continue running. So that's selfish individuals. Get help, average higher than provided help. Some people provide less, but let me leave that. Procedures for successful restart. Panic, as we said. Actually, the panic is caused by so many things. It could be that maybe false information being spread, so that people just indirectly want to take their money at the same time. The same thing happens to banks, and with that, it collapses. The system collapses, or let me say, the system restarts. Banks, if everybody wants to take their money at the same time, it will also collapse. So, greed of older participants. We'll give the older participants. We will give the older participants who wants to continue reorientation about the system. The danger of multiple accounts and penalties, as we said, the rules. MMM has rules. Some people create multiple accounts all because of bonuses and things like that. They will provide help only in their other accounts, where they can withdraw the referral bonus and Marvel growth. Yes, the danger of only getting help from referral and other bonuses without providing great help, so as to maintain balance in the system. So greedy people. We also encourage them not to allow their Marvel to stay longer than 30 days, overgrowing their Marvels, because MMM is not advertisement or a company, but a global community of mutual aid. Help each other. So don't think it's a bank that you're going to put your money to be growing, thinking you're wiser than the system, please. Poor referrals. Will educate them about the benefits of referral bonuses and encourage them to refer more people, while comparing them to banks and other financial institutions like microfinance companies. How they all run the same policy of more customers and members, and more balanced the system will be, but explaining to them the difference between MMM and the banks, how the banks grow rich through us, but MMM builds everybody together with no debt lender or borrows. That way they can encourage, or let me say, they can be encouraged to refer more people, because they would like to earn more. So the more you refer people, the more referral bonuses you get, and the more richer you become. Hit and run participants, as we said, will go through the system, identify those that have donated and received help just once, but have not pledged help again. One time, they just took their money and went away. We send out bulk SMS messages to them. That will be on SMS packages, whereby you can send bulk SMS messages. That's inviting them to seminars where we'll hear from them to know why they are not provided help again, and help again. Let me come again. We'll send out bulk SMS messages to them, inviting them to seminars where we will hear from them to know why they are not providing help again. All the while encouraging them to come back on board, reminding them how MMM impacted their lives and how MMM can change their lives, because the more they provide help, the more they benefit from the system. They benefit from this. Provide help than get help. Providing help higher than get help. To make the system balanced and avoiding both pause and restart mode. We'll do extensive teachings on ideology, rules that guide MMM community, etc. Then we explain to them that even the banks need them to make more deposits than withdrawals. So in MMM, the same rule operates, or let me say applies, more donations than get help, more stability in the system. My M didn't come, please. We also educate them that the more bonuses they get through referral, leader, testimonial videos, etc., the more they should increase their provide help amount, because if their get help ratio increases and their provide help does not increase, the system will also suffer imbalance. So help the system help you, please. MMM Global Community, uniting the people, changing lives. Together we will all enjoy financial freedom, which makes the financial apocalypse become inevitable. Lastly, I want to say, or I want to give a special thanks to all my group members who made this presentation very able to come on. That's batch 6, Cicle 5, my 5 income. So batch 6, Cicle 5, group 3 members, I want to say thank you very much. It was a great honor working with you all. MMM, people helping people. Thank you.